So if you don't know, one of the accessories for the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be a camera from Nintendo. They're going to be making their own camera. But with that, of course, there's always third party. We talked about this in a previous video. If you want to check out the whole video, I'll link it down in the description below. But to kind of reiterate, Hori is coming out with a Piranha Plant camera, which is really cool. It looks amazing. But the problem with that camera is it is 480p. So it looks really cool, but then the resolution is way less. Nintendo's camera is 1080p. Now, Hori is coming out with yet another camera for the Nintendo Switch 2, and this one is actually super useful and handy because it can actually just sort of sit on top of your actual Nintendo Switch 2 in handheld mode. I think the Piranha Plant can also, from what I've seen, actually, I think the Piranha Plant, you can actually take it out of its base and you can plug it on top of your Nintendo Switch 2 in handheld mode. I believe you can do that as well, but this is going to be another version of that, and it's a pretty cool looking camera, but there's some caveats to it as well. So we're gonna check it out. If you enjoy this kind of content, consider leaving a like, subscribe for more. Really helps out the channel. We do a variety of Nintendo based content, and we've been hammering it home, man. We've done I think between shorts and long form videos, like 110 videos within the last 25 or 20, what is it today? 25 days or so. It's been crazy. Lots to talk about. Let's head over to Nintendo Life. They're talking about it. So is Nintendo Everything. They got screenshots, which is really the nice part. But there's a new camera. Okay, so again, this is from Hori. Sorry, my microphone's falling for some reason on me. I hopefully it's not making too much noise. So again, they got a brand new camera. You can see what it looks like. It sort of just sits there. It looks cool, you know, kind of just sits on top of your Switch 2. But here's the thing, right? Same thing with the Piranha Plant one, which I don't think people realized. So if you look at screenshot number 1 right here on the top left corner, you can see that it's sitting in a base. But if you look at screenshot number 2 right here on the top right corner, you can see that the little USB kind of part right here, that kind of you pull it out of the base and you can plug it directly into the Nintendo Switch 2. But you can do that with the Piranha Plant as well. I'll show you guys again just the Piranha Plant in just 1 second to fully explain what I mean. But it seems like both of Hori's options you can do this with. Maybe that's why it's 480p. I don't know. But this one's 480p as well, which really sucks. So these are two really cool little kind of, cameras, but they're both 480p instead of 1080p. Again, it's a massive resolution difference. If it was 720p, it'd be like, all right, whatever, makes sense. But 480? I mean, what are we doing here, Hori? So I don't know. It's a cool little camera. What do you guys think? Do you plan to pick this up, even if it's 480p? Do you plan to pick up the Piranha Plant one or the original Switch one? Let me open up the link for the Piranha Plant one. We can actually go check that out real quick. I want to show you guys how it's the exact same. So you can actually see in the two images here that it's exactly the same as the other one. So there's a base that it kind of plugs into if you want to just kind of sit it in like kind of not desktop mode. What's the word I'm looking for? TV mode, right? Docked mode, right? So if you have your Switch docked, you can just plug it in. There's a cable on the back. You see, there's a cable in the back where you can kind of just plug it into the Switch, and then you can kind of, bring it a little bit closer. Let me make this image bigger. So you can see, excuse me, again, you can see at the base of the Piranha Plant stem, it's plugging into the base, right? Like USB. And then there's a cable that would plug into the top of your Switch. Or if you want to do it in handheld mode, where's the other image here? Right there. If you want to do it in handheld mode, you can unplug the Piranha Plant from the base and plug it into the top. So this is something that I didn't fully realize the first time I made a video on the Piranha Plant. So this is exactly like Hori's other camera, except their other camera looks more plain and generic. This one's so cool. If they're both 480p, why would you not get the Piranha Plant? You know what I mean? And it's cool. The way to kind of close it, so like, people like the, whatever you call it, the privacy thing where you cover the camera lens, the Piranha Plant just closes and then it opens to reveal the camera. It's so cool. So I don't know. There's been people that have been mentioning that they're gonna do like a little DIY kind of thing where they kind of convert this into a 1080p camera. I guess kind of changing the internals on it. So it'll be interesting to see if people are able to pull that off. But yeah, let me know. Do you guys plan to pick up any of the Nintendo Switch 2 cameras? And if so, which ones? Do you care that some of these are 480p? I think it's kind of dumb that it's 480p. It should be at least 720, like I said, but whatever, they look cool. So maybe there's some DIY things that people will make videos on and and figure something out to turn it into 1080p. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe for more. Until the next one, game on. Catch you guys later.